So I'm just going to do a video about art, mine in particular, because I've noticed that most people with mental illnesses tend to have a talent for art and things around art. This is Tenchi, by the way. She's beautiful. I'm gonna warn you now, but there will be a warning later as well, for specific things, because some things might be a bit triggering when it comes to self-harm and things like that. So I'm gonna start out with some pieces that I've done, that I did ages and ages ago when I was like 13 or 14, things like that. Just a few. It's not going to be every single piece of artwork that I've done, because, you know, there's going to be lots, so I've just picked out some of the better ones. So we have this girl. Most of my stuff's to do with anime and manga and things. Most of my pictures will be of portraits. By most I mean just about all. It's a cat girl. These I done when I was younger, so can't expect them to be all that great. I like this one though. It's one of my favorites actually. Now we have some more better things. So that's a character called Lafiel from a manga called something rather. Can't see from here, but yes. It's a pen drawing of Princess Mononoke from the movie Princess Mononoke. Tenchi down. Far out. Just a random boy. Pikachu and a Pichu. Bulbasaur. It was for a drawing competition on a Facebook page. Bulbasaur Facebook page. I do quite a bit of origami. The little origami cranes. I used to be obsessed with cranes. I used to have them all over my bedroom. When I was a kid and that. And I've got a digital version of that one as well. Inuyasha. This one's Chi from Chobits. That was one of the first digital ones that I did. This one was meant to be Chi from Chobits, but I ended up accidentally drawing human ears on her, and then I just didn't really want to change it, so sort of a human Chi, hair swaying in the wind. This is a little girl. In a yukata. We had to do lino printing, that's the one. And my design initially ended up wanted to do just a wolf howling at the moon with some clouds, but the texture that I did on the moon ended up looking like a face, and the clouds ended up looking like arms. So it's sort of, I didn't end up with this effect on purpose. It was sort of an accident, but I like it anyway. This is a charcoal drawing inspired by my wolf hat. I've got this wolf hat. It's awesome. That's the front cover of one of my sketchbooks I did. It's a flower. I did it with a compass. Tried drawing one of my cats. I finished with the face and decided that the rest was going to be too hard. I might finish it one day. We had to do a self-portrait, and it could be figuratively or a legit self-portrait. I decided to do a figurative one, and this is the design that I did up on the computer before I did my final project. You can see the detailing in the eyes. This is the final piece of that drawing that I did. It's done in charcoal and some black texture as well. This is one that I did quite recently. Started drawing this one, and it was meant to end up being a boy singing, but it started looking quite wrong, so I sort of chucked it out the window kind of thing. Decided not to continue with it. Microphones are hard to draw. Girl with her hands over her ears, crying. Tenchi, cut it out. I started drawing my persona and what I wanted it to look like. Sort of just an idea kind of thing. Sort of a fox with two tails and wings, or a wing. I started drawing this. It's a decapitated butterfly, and it's going to be in a pool of blood. Random boy. I'll start doing some poems now. One of them I read in my first video, which I'm going to read again, and it was called Tears in the Rain, and it looks like that. After all that, after the pain, I now only cry when there's a downpour of rain, for the tears cried then are honest and true, those rare moments are long overdue. The tears in the rain are more like a song, full of sorrow from the heart, you won't go wrong. Crying around others just isn't the same, the second they realize they put you to shame. Tears in the rain say you have heartache, anywhere else gives people a headache. The thing that you seek is called empathy, but all they can give is shallow sympathy. The things that happen to you and the things they went through will never be the same. They won't understand your pain. So only cry in the rain, where in the soft pitter-patter you can let yourself drain. That was written quite a while ago, after I got kicked out of my parents' place. And yeah, although people can't seem to give empathy most of the time, when they can, it's really special, and it's hard to tell sometimes if they're sympathizing with you or empathizing. But in the end, it really doesn't matter which it is, because both of them say that they care. Now, this one's very triggering, and I'm going to be easy to do this on a new video within this video, so okay, so a huge trigger warning here. This poem was written when I got to a point in my self-harming that I just couldn't stop. It's quite vivid, and if you don't want to be triggered, I would recommend not skipping it. I would recommend skipping it. Here goes. I want to cut, I want to bleed, I want to draw blood, but I don't want to need. You say that you care, you say that you'll aid. I don't care about that, just hand me a blade. You tell me to stop, without giving an alternate. You expect me to handle it, without a clean slate. When blade touches skin, it stings then it burns. I forget all else. It's just one of those things. Then blood gushes out, all warm and thick, with a sense of euphoria that would make some sick. You want me to keep fighting, you want me to be strong, you want the impossible, but you won't wait long. Do you want me to lie? I don't give a shit. I'll tell the world if I have to. Just let me die. That's how I feel sometimes, and I'm sure some of you feel the same sometimes. It's really hard dealing with everything and just fighting, just keeping on with the battle. It's really difficult. It's really hard to stay positive, but we can do it. The rest aren't so triggering, so yeah. This one was written in year 8, and it was about me and a friend, and our parents didn't get along. My parents don't like thee, her parents don't like me. Although we try to part, with you I just cannot depart. It's something most cannot see, the bond between her and me. Like elastic so easily stretched, cannot be seen, cannot be sketched. Most people, so hard they try, to break the bond, to make it die. It's something most people want to see, the bond between her and me. Jealousy is what it's called. I know people who are fooled. A bond is really a simple thing, in fact so simple I'd like to sing. I'd like to look and see the bond between her and me. We both have suffered greatly in the past, and that is why we want to make it last. Sometimes something happens and it goes snap, and then there is in the bond a gap. But something renewed inside thee, the bond between her and me. Then everything is A-OK, and we can start a brand new day. And that's what it's like 24/7. I wonder if it's any better in heaven. The thing in us, me and thee, the bond between her and me. The next one I did in year 8 or 9, and we had to sit down and literally write a poem there on the spot. Anyway, it's called Little Bird. Little bird in the sky, sweet innocent he will fly, over mountains, over seas, as large as life, as small as bees. Over valleys he will soar, until there is a downpour. This little bird, oh he can sing, as he flies with little wings. He will sit on the sill, watching, waiting for his fill. You think he likes you, but that's not true, for he is wild, and very beguiled. You cannot understand how Mother Nature runs this land. Then this bird will fly away. You can never get him to stay. Just a bit cute. We had a poetry workshop about year 10, and we had to write about an emotion and how it felt. So this one's called The Darkest Emotion. I actually won a poetry competition back in year 11 at school for it. So this emotion tastes like salt, dry and bitter. It makes me cower. This feeling is more striking than lightning, more sinister than the blackest night. It grows in my heart like a dark cloud, and then takes control like a wild stallion. You can fear this feeling, or you can let it grow until you can't move. You cannot grasp onto it, only let it spread within you. And the emotion is terror. This is one that I wrote a bit before I got kicked out. It's a series of 3 poems. One of them, the first one was before I got kicked out. The last one, this middle one is just after, and the last one is a little while after. So, number 1. A home is not a house is just a building. Forever I have been searching, waiting for the place without hating, a place that I can call home, a place where I can freely roam, to come and go as I please, to stay and never have to leave, but then as well not forced to stay, for then things will be in my way. This is what every night I dream, but that's all it is, it would seem, for now I'm stuck in this hole. Does not anyone have a soul? Until I'm older I am lost. I really need to count the cost. Am I taking a worthless trip? Can somebody please give me a tip? I look up, look down, look at the dome. I just want to go home. Poem 2. Staring out the window, tears streaming down my face. Will I ever belong to a specific place? For a while there I did belong, very deep within his heart. But now I really do not know, with us being so far apart. Him in a city far away, with me in another. Will there ever be a day when we will have each other? When I got kicked out, I had to move to another city because I ended up homeless and I needed somewhere to stay. So that's what that poem's all about. And now for poem 3. It's called Refuge. There was once, when I was searching, waiting for the place without hating, a time when, all around, everything became unbound. When I was left all alone, with no love, no hope, and no home. I was always sad, 'twas treated bad, horrible. No one would give me a place. I felt so scared and unsafe. And might I add, I did nothing wrong. My heart was gold, always in song, hoping. But there was always something there, my strength, my hope, in despair. My guidepost when in need. Maybe one day I can be freed. Help. I would like to know why, when all I do is sit and cry. He pats my head, he holds my hands. It's like he really understands. We can never be apart, for now my home is in his heart. Love. No. But yes. Anyway. I might leave it there. Sorry this video has gone for so long. But yeah. I'll post for the end of the video I'm gonna put some pictures up of some of my digital art that I've been doing. Yeah. See you guys.